Hi everyone, I'll show you my high time frame and medium time frame preferred scenario, including potential trading setups, and shortly mention my low time frame scenario as well. So on the high time frame, I'm looking for this WXY with then a three-wave structure in the Y, and inside the X I was looking for an expanded flat ABC which hit the target area, which is the white box over here, and also the minimum requirement of taking the highs of A, which it has done as well. So in this wave Y, I basically have two scenarios at the moment, seeing how impulsive this move to the downside is. I'm either expecting this to be a 5-wave structure, then a 3-wave correction, and another 5-wave structure in wave Y. However, this can also be a 3-wave structure, a zigzag in wave A, followed then by another 3-wave structure in wave B, and then an impulsive 5-wave structure in C, creating an expanded flat. And the expanded flat idea might actually be pretty nice, because that would also mean we could backtest this support area, which would then turn resistance over here, where we can then enter short positions to trade it to the downside. Another thing is you got to imagine what will other people think if price is going to go above this high. So if we have a 3-wave move over here followed by a 3-wave move going up, people will probably think online this is going to be a wave 1, 2, 3, and they expect a lot more upside. However, in this scenario, it would bait people to buy inside this area while others are filling their shorts to go to the downside. And that makes this scenario actually very interesting. The target area for wave Y is this 0.618, which is a trend-based fib extension taken from the all-time high to the low of W to the high of X, which basically sits at a level of 10.8K, which has a nice amount of confluence with this area over here, which can act as support, because since 2020 and the big bull run that we had, we never backtested this area. So this could be a very, very nice backtest as well, with a valid target for wave Y. On the medium time frame, I'm looking for the following scenario, where I also have two trading setups. So on the medium time frame, I have currently this 1, 2, 1, 2. And then eventually we have a green wave 3, a green wave 4, and eventually a green wave 5. Now, interesting are the target boxes, which I have on my chart right now. So the target boxes with areas of confluence are quite interesting, because over here in the blue, if we look at the blue count, wave 1 and wave 3 are the same length, meaning then that wave 5 can be an extended structure, and then the extended 5 target is inside this target box, as it is the 1.618 over here, trend-based fib extension taken from the high of 1 to the low of 3 to the high of 4. It also has nice confluence with a daily naked point of control in exactly this same area. And not to forget, we have a little bit of a range over here, because this area is quite a void and we're already inside this area. So one could think, well, there's not much support over here, so price will move down to the first range it can find, and that is the couple of 4-hour candles that were ranging over here, which also happens to be a nice confluence with the daily naked point of control and the target for the blue wave 5. Now, if this would indeed be a potential low for the blue wave 5, because it all depends on how quickly we're going to go down here, a potential trading setup, which of course at the moment is quite dangerous as we're just dumping down, so longs are not recommended, no financial advice, but we've got to see how price is going to react in this target box. We don't catch knives on this channel, we wait for price to show its hands and show some support, but then a potential trading setup is entering over here, stop loss somewhere below the target box area, trade it to this area over here. And if I zoom out just a little, you can see I have two blue fibs which are connected to the blue count, or sorry, the green count, I should say, wrong colors. But then what's interesting is that if this is the end of wave 5, then we're going to have some sort of a wave 4 correction over here. And it would be nice to backtest this white target box. So we went through the target box without any support at all, even though there were quite some nice confluences. However, I always keep these target boxes on my chart, because in a later stage, we could potentially backtest these. And as you can see, if price is going to move down to the low I draw over here, then the Fibonacci retracement levels that you see over here, and let me actually make these green. So the fibs taken from the high of 2 to the potential low of 3 over here happen to also have confluence with this white target box, especially the 382. So this could be a nice idea for a short where entering around the 382, stop loss above the 0.5 and then trade it down for the potential wave 5. Another thing that I think is interesting in this scenario is the fact that if we zoom out a little bit and get this range on the chart, you can see this is the volume profile, which basically shows you the volume of this whole range. And the value area high over here has confluence with the white box. You can see over here, if I zoom in, the 22K range, that's the name I called it, the value area high basically sits at 20.8K, which is also now in this target box that we basically shot through. So it could be a nice area to backtest. Then we would also backtest the value area high of this volume profile range. And it's very likely once you enter into the range or back into the range, it's quite likely to go down to the point of control, which could be a potential low for a wave 5 over here. So this is something, of course, it's speculation. It's quite far in time, but this is just the ideas forming in my mind, in my head, that I would love or that I love sharing with you guys as well. And then on the low time frame, well, the low time frame is quite messy. I've done so much work this morning to figure out what was happening on the low time frame, and eventually it leads to a target over here. But for my detailed low time frame count, check out the video in the left bottom appearing right now. And for my 3 high time frame alternative scenarios, check out the video in the left top of the screen right now. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I see you at my next Bitcoin update at 7 a.m. Central East European time tomorrow. Bye bye.